So I think these are both two sides of the same coin. As a marketing company, as a consumer-facing company, I have two important stakeholders who I need to take care of. If I take care of these two stakeholders, everything else gets taken care of by default automatically, right? One, I need to ensure that my consumer gets a good product, a tasty product, a healthy product coming from the right place, from the right source, and with the promise of provenance and authenticity that we have, getting the right kind of product with the right kind of systems, processes to back it. So I need to take care of my consumer and his or her interests when they're buying my product, when they're trusting my brand. On the other hand, I also need to ensure that my farmer, who's my second most important stakeholder, also earns a good livelihood. We have this concept of co-branding at Kissansay, where on every Kissansay pack you see both the logo of the respective farmer group and Kissansay on every pack. And Kissansay is a Hindi word which literally translates to from the farmer, right? So it's a brand of the farmers, for the farmers, by the farmers, brought to consumers across India and the world, direct from source. So if you're able to manage the interests of both of these stakeholders in the right way, I think everything else follows. All the other stakeholders will get aligned. Your mission of profits, your mission of doing the right kind of work at the back end to help farmers earn a better livelihood gets ensured. You ensure that consumers get the right kind of healthy, tasty food products to consume, and that farmers earn the right kind of livelihoods to lead. All of that automatically gets integrated into your business model. And unlike a lot of companies, which I've been hearing because I've been in the industry for quite some time now, a lot of people have a business model where they pretend to be doing something which is creating impact, and then you would cook stories, behind the scenes to prove it. In our case, it's not so. In our case, impact, the entire concept of the Sustainable Development Goals, the entire concept of ESG is built into the DNA of our model. The business model itself is such that it makes it so much amenable to ensuring we do good business, and we are also able to create impact. And we have this wonderful 3C model of business which helps us to do this. So this is called Co-Curate, that's the first C, Co-Brand, and Co-Profit. Co-Curate essentially means that every product that Kissansay brings out to the consumer is developed in active collaboration with the farmers. Farmers have a lot of traditional knowledge and wisdom. We as industry professionals, as food technologists, as industry professionals have a lot of wisdom which we have gathered through our experience. Now, if the traditional wisdom of the farmers and the professional knowledge of professionals like us can come together, you're able to create magic, right? Around the right kind of recipe, the right kind of product, the right kind of packaging. So that's the element of co-brand. The first element, which is the part around co-curate, that's the first element. The second element is co-brand. So co-brand essentially means every Kissansay product carries the brand of Kissansay and the respective farmer group. So it's like a joint brand, and the farmer group also feels a lot of ownership and pride in having their logo, their brand on the pack. And that helps in many ways from a business standpoint and from a consumer experience standpoint. And the third part is co-profit, wherein all the direct costs, all the direct marketing costs, the logistics costs, after netting off all these costs, whatever is the gross margin that remains is also shared with farmers, right? So there is also that element of ownership coming from co-branding, and an element of co-profiting that comes from the third element. So if you are able to have a co-curate, co-brand, co-profit model, this 3C model integrated very well in terms of how we as Kissansay deal with our partners, our farmer groups at the back end, you have a wonderful opportunity then to create magic, to create a purpose-driven business which makes profits and at the same time also delivers on the promise of impact and purpose. So that in essence is the secret recipe. The 3C model that we have of co-curate, co-brand, and co-profit is in a way the secret recipe of how we are able to balance both the sides of profit with purpose.